I'm back again, brothers and sisters. This message for the global African family. In 1 hour and 15 minutes from now, in 1 hour from 15 minutes from now, in 1 hour and 15 minutes from now, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central and 6 p.m. Eastern, a black man is about to be executed by the state of Missouri. There is about to be a state-sanctioned execution of an innocent black man in the state of Missouri in 1 hour and 15 minutes. In 1 hour and 15 minutes. In 1 hour and 15 minutes, an innocent black man by the name of Marcellus Williams, who was convicted of a murder that he did not commit in 1998. I repeat, Marcellus Williams is about to be executed by the state of Missouri with the full support of the state Supreme Court and the full support of the governor of Missouri. This innocent black man who was convicted of a crime that he did not commit. There is no physical evidence tying this brother to the crime. There is no physical evidence tying this brother to the crime. There is no physical evidence tying this brother to the crime. A woman was assassinated. She was murdered. I believe it was a Caucasian. Back in 1998, someone broke into her house, her apartment, and she was stabbed 43 times. 43 times. They left the knife in her neck. It was a very egregious crime. Our hearts go out to her family and her community. No one deserves to die like that, whether you be African or not. No one deserves to die like that, whether you be African or not. And because this white woman was assassinated, murdered in her home, stabbed 43 times, they decided to charge an innocent black man with the crime. They decided to charge an innocent black man with the crime. Marcellus Williams, get on your phone right now. Call the governor of Missouri right now. Call the Missouri Supreme Court right now. My Democratic Party plantation slaves, where is your Kamala Harris right now? My Democratic Party plantation slaves, where is your Kamala Harris right now? My Republican Party plantation slaves, where is your Donald Trump right now? My Republican Party plantation slaves, where is your Donald Trump right now? This black man is going to be executed in 1 hour. 1 hour, 5 p.m. Central Time in Missouri, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, for a crime he did not commit. And check this out, brothers and sisters. Check this out, brothers and sisters. Check this out. The original prosecutor who led the conviction of Marcellus Williams has now changed his decision. Listen to this. The prosecutor for the county that originally convicted Marcellus Williams of this crime that he did not commit has changed his opinion on the case and is now fighting for this man to be exonerated. Even though the original prosecutor on the case is now fighting for Marcellus Williams, your brother and my brother, Marcellus Williams, to be exonerated. Even though the original prosecutor is fighting for brother Marcellus Williams to be exonerated, the state is saying it's too late. The state is saying we don't care. The state is saying, even though the original prosecutor is now convinced of his innocence, this is what the state of Missouri is doing. This is what the Supreme Court of Missouri is doing. This is what the United States government is allowing. Even though the original prosecutor is now convinced of Marcellus Williams' innocence, the state is saying, we don't care. We want black blood and we want it today. The Supreme Court of Missouri is saying, we don't care. We want black blood and we want it now. The governor of Missouri is saying, we don't care. We want black blood and we want it now. Brothers and sisters, there is no physical evidence tying this man to the crime. And check this out. Let me go a little deeper for you Africans. The original jury composition that convicted Marcellus Williams of this murder that he did not commit, the original jury composition only had one black person. The governor maintains he was convicted by a jury of his peers. When did Caucasians become the peers of African people? Somebody help me understand. Were they our peers in slavery? Were they our peers during Jim Crow? Were they our peers during Willie Lynch? Were they our peers during the Garvey movement? Were they our peers during civil rights? Were they our peers during the Black Power movement? When did Caucasians become the peers of African people? Only one black person was on Marcellus Williams's jury. Only one black person was on Marcellus Williams's jury. Only one black person was on Marcellus Williams's jury. And check this out. There were 6 black people who were excluded for no justifiable reason. There were 6 black people excluded from Marcellus Williams's trial jury. 6 Africans could have served on the trial and exonerated our brother. 6 Africans could have served on the jury that could have exonerated our brother, and they kicked them off. The state kicked them off the jury, and they only left one African and a whole army of Caucasians on that jury. They left one African and a whole army of Caucasians on that jury. This brother is innocent. It gets even deeper than that, Africans. I'm standing up for Marcellus Williams right now. Y'all worrying about everything else. This is what we're supposed to be paying attention to. This is what we're supposed to be paying attention to. This is what we're supposed to be paying attention to, brothers and sisters. Let's go further. The knife, the weapon used in the crime, was tainted. So they couldn't do accurate DNA testing on the weapon. Let me say it again. The weapon was tainted. Someone intentionally or unintentionally sabotaged the DNA on the weapon used in the unaliving. Listen to this nonsense, y'all. The state sabotaged the weapon. It was contaminated with other people's DNA who mishandled the weapon. The state of Missouri mishandled the murder weapon, so they could not properly test it to prove that Brother Marcellus Williams's DNA was not on the weapon. And they're blaming him for that. They're saying, oh, well, we're sorry that happened, but there's nothing we can do about it. The governor of Missouri is saying, oh, well, we're sorry that happened, but there's nothing we can do about it. The Supreme Court of Missouri is saying, we're sorry this happened. This is nothing. There's nothing we can do about it. I ain't heard Kamala Harris rally for a stay of execution. I ain't heard Joe Biden rally for a stay of execution. I ain't heard Donald Trump rally for a stay of execution. I ain't hear Senator Vance rally for a stay of execution. We out here crashing out for candidates who don't even care about us. We on these streets crashing out for candidates who don't even care about us. And they about to execute a black man. And for those of you who don't know, the death sentence in this country has always been disproportionately slanted to black people. Disproportionately slanted to black people. How many black people were killed and were innocent? The United States of America doesn't care. My Donald Trump supporters, my red party plantation slaves, didn't Donald Trump execute about 4 or 5 brothers right before Joe Biden took his oath of office? Where are my Donald Trump plantation slaves at? Didn't Donald Trump sign the execution warrant for innocent black men a few days before he left the White House? Justice for Marcellus Williams. I hope my Missouri family is outside that prison. I hope you guys are out there by the millions. There should be a 1,000,000-man march around the prison where they're going to execute our brother Marcellus Williams at 6 p.m. Eastern time today. We got 1 hour and 5 minutes. Kamala Harris, you want the black vote? Pick up the phone and stop the execution right now. Aren't you an attorney, Kamala Harris? Aren't you a former attorney general, Kamala Harris? You love black people so much, you claim to be black. Pick up the phone and stop it right now. Kamala Harris, Pick up the phone. Donald Trump, you want the black vote? Donald Trump, you want the black vote? Pick up the phone right now and stop this execution of an innocent black man. 1 hour and 4 minutes, brothers and sisters. 1 hour and 4 minutes, brothers and sisters. 1 hour and 4 minutes. This is one of the reasons they gave you Puff Daddy's case. This is the reason they gave you Sean Puffy Combs, to distract you from Marcellus Williams. They gave you Sean Puffy Combs to distract you from the execution of Marcellus Williams. They gave you Sean Puffy Combs to distract you from Kamala Harris's lack of accountability for the black vote. This is chess. This is not checkers. This is chess. This is not checkers. Brothers and sisters, 54% of the people executed on death row in this country have been black. We are only 13 to 17%, but 54% of the people executed in this country have been black. Will Kamala Harris support a moratorium on the death penalty? Will Kamala Harris support a moratorium on the death penalty? Will Donald Trump support a moratorium on the death penalty? Will Donald Trump support a moratorium on the death penalty? That's the question. Black people are overwhelmingly and disproportionately executed because they are poor. And Caucasians love black blood because they are poor. And Caucasians love black blood, brothers and sisters. Are we going to stand up for Marcellus Williams? And how many other black men and women innocent on death row who are going to be executed simply because the power structure does not value black life? Don't turn your head and run away, Africans. Today is Marcellus Williams. Tomorrow it's your cousin. Today it's Marcellus Williams. Tomorrow it's your grandmother. Today it's Marcellus Williams. Tomorrow it's your husband, your wife, your niece, your cousin. Today it's Marcellus. Tomorrow it's your best friend. Queen Mother Fannie Lou Hamer told us, no African is free until every African is free. That's why when I talk, I don't just talk for the American African community who I love and respect because I'm a part of it. I don't just speak for the American African community who I love